What's going on, guys? So recently a video has been surfacing of Raiders head coach Antonio Pierce making a statement about certain players making business decisions and that they plan on doing some as well going forward. Now, instantly us Jets fans in Jets Nation are thinking Davante Adams, right? That's exactly where our mind is going, and I think there might be some weight to that thought. I mean, Davante Adams is most certainly getting a little bit older in age, exiting the prime window of his career, but he's still one of the league's most top and premier receivers. There's no doubt in denying in that. And having their loss against the Carolina Panthers, as soon as they made that player change, sitting Bryce Young and allowing Andy Dalton to come on the bench and beat their team, I mean, that's got to show a lot of frustration within the locker room, and especially veteran players such as Davante Adams. There's been a lot of speculation on behalf of Davante and Aaron Rodgers. We saw when the Jets went over to Las Vegas last year, we saw those pictures emerging of Aaron Rodgers and Davante hanging out. There's been a lot of talk and hype about that possible link up in New York City. I personally think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, the Jets have a disgruntled player in Hassan Reddick that is most certainly getting more talked about to being a trade piece. And we know that the Raiders like that hard-nosed, tough physical defense. If you pair a guy like Hassan next to Max Crosby, you're definitely going to be able to get after those big quarterbacks, those elite level quarterbacks that they have to face twice a year. I mean, Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes, you got to get after those guys. If I'm Antonio Pierce, and they have the money to do it. The Vegas Raiders are estimated to have about over $100 million in cap space, I believe up to 120 this upcoming offseason. So it makes sense. I mean, they can get a player like Hassan Reddick and also maybe a day 2 pick that could creep into the first round, depending on incentives and how much Davante plays. They could put in a negotiation like that. But I think it makes sense. I think before the trade deadline, the Jets need to be aggressive. We need to go out there and get them. Not by saying that we need him. I mean, we already have a lot of weapons that are heating up. Lazard has 3 touchdowns on the season. Garrett Wilson is still Garrett Wilson, even though that there's been a lot of game planning on him specifically and that he hasn't had that 100-yard game yet this season. I still think that, the connection will be there. We know what Garrett Wilson is capable of. We are not worried in the slightest with Garrett Wilson. But Lazard has been heating up, and Mike Williams is coming off the pitch count, and he's been helping out a lot. So if you get a guy like Davante Adams, literally Aaron Rodgers' best weapon throughout his career, with this defense, this offensive line that's been upright, I think the league's got to watch out. And I think the New York Jets got to do it. So just wanted to take the time to break down that analysis. I think it is a little Easter egg, a little hint that he will be on the market come a couple weeks, maybe before the trade deadline. And if I'm Joe Douglas in the New York Jets, I'm being aggressive. I'm being aggressive to make that happen. So let me know what you guys think. Comment and subscribe and follow us at NYFlyZone. And we'll be dropping some more content about the Jets' next game against the Denver Broncos. And until next time, go Jets.